Hi, welcome to Kimberly's Yoga and More. My name is Kimberly. I will be guiding you through your practice today. Again, is another installment of Fit in 15, fitting in 15 minutes anytime throughout the day to move the body. I am here in Kentucky visiting family and just finished my workout and figured I can grab a small corner of the gym to fit in 15, and I wanted to share it with you. Today's class will be Surya Namaskar A, Sun Salutations. Very popular warm-up in the yoga world. If you're interested in learning a little bit more about yoga, this would be a great start. It's also a great warm-up. So any of my other 15-minute segments, if you want to get a good warm-up in before, do this first and then grab a specific body part. So again, today is Surya Namaskar A. Surya means sun, Namaskar means bow. So it's a salute to the sun. 10 breaths, 10 movements. We're going to start out slow and then build. In 15 minutes, we'll start right now. So come over, start out standing at the top of the mat. It's different than a lot of my other workouts where we start out with squats to warm up the body. This is a great warm up for the body. So start with your feet hip distance apart. And again, when I say hips, I mean hip bones, not the flesh. Lighten your toes. Stand up nice and tall. Think about having a proud chest. You let your shoulders heavy, you let your tailbone heavy, and you draw your belly up and in towards the spine. Now again, this is 10 breaths, 10 movements. And everyone breathes at a different pace. So we're going to start out with a couple of half sun salutations and then go into full. I will show you a modification. If it becomes too much, you can add that modification in any time. And then we'll end with full Surya Namaskars at a slightly quicker pace so that it warms up the body. So on an inhale, arms circle up overhead. Gaze past the thumbs, this is Tadasana. As we exhale, we fold forward. So you hinge at the hips and fold forward all the way down. You can bend your knees and let your belly attach to your thighs here. It's a nice stretch down the back side of the body or the lumbar spine. You can even grab opposite elbows here. It makes it a little bit heavy, lengthens the back a little bit more, and you begin to feel the hamstrings open up. Release the hands to the earth. Breathe in, half lift. Palms slide at the shins, the legs straighten, the back flattens. Exhale, forward folding in. Press down through the feet and slowly rise up. You can bend the knees, rise all the way up. Arms reach up overhead. Again, gaze past the thumbs. Hands come down into our heart center. This is mountain pose Tadasana. This is always our home base. Release the hands to the side. Breathe in, arms reach up overhead. Again, breathe out, forward fold, hinge from the hips. Try to keep that back flat all the way down. Now you can bend the knees and rest the belly on the thighs. Let the head hang heavy. Breathe in, half lift. Breathe out, fold. Press down through the feet, bend the knees, rise all the way up. Arms reach up overhead. Extended Tadasana, extended mountain pose, then hands come down into heart center. Pause here. Now we're going to go into a full Surya Namaskar with modification. Breathe in, arms reach up overhead. So I would say some say modification, we call it a variation. There's all different kinds of way to do a sun salutation. We're going to breathe in, half lift like before. And as we breathe out, we're going to plant the hands, step back, high plank. In high plank, your shoulders are stacked over your wrists, your heels are over your knees. Your head, heart, and hips, you want to work those into the straight line. So you don't want your hips to dip down, and you don't want them to push up. We'll be in downward facing dog soon. So you can always drop down to your knees during high plank, but again, make sure your hips stay forward and they don't push back. Then we biceps brush the rib cage, we hover down to the earth. This time we're going to come all the way down to the earth, untuck the toes, and we're going to lift the chest and try not to press into the palms. This is baby cobra. This can be replaced by upward facing dog when we do our next round. Then you release, we're going to tuck the toes, press down, rise up, downward facing dog. Inhale on the tippy toes, and as you bend the knees, gaze between the thumbs and come up to the top of the mat. Breathe in, half lift. Breathe out, fold. Press down through the feet, rise all the way up. You should be used to this move by now. Extended Tadasana, hands come into the heart center. Pause. So let's just take a moment to collect our thoughts, to collect our breath, to check in, to stay present. Now we're going to do full sun salutations. Breathe in, arms reach up overhead. Breathe out, swan dive forward, fold. Inhale, half lift, neutralizes the spine. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, high plank. Lower down, chaturanga, biceps brush the rib cage. We hover above the earth, so try not to let anything touch. Then flip to the tops of the feet, chest lift, thighs stay lifted off of the earth. Exhale, flip over the toes, and tuck them to downward facing dog. Take a breath here. In and out through the nose. Breathe in high on the toes, bend the knees, and travel up to the top of the mat. As the body begins to warm up, we're going to be able to add more variations and more strength to this posture. Breathe in, half lift. Breathe out, fold. Press down, rise up, arms reach up overhead. Hands come into heart center. Collect your thoughts, stay present. Release the hands. Breathe in, arms reach up overhead. Breathe out, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, high plank. Lower down, chaturanga dandasana. Breathe in, upward facing dog or cobra. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Good. Take a breath here. In through the nose, out through the nose. And on your next inhale, come high on the balls of the feet, bend the knees, and kind of float up towards the top of the mat. So we're adding a little bit of power here. Breathe in, half lift. Breathe out, fold. Press down and rise up. Arms reach up overhead. Hands come into heart center. Collect your thoughts. Release the hands. Breathe in. Arms reach up overhead. Forward fold. Breathe in. Half lift. Breathe out. Plant the hands. Step back. High plank to low. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Sometimes it starts to feel good to pedal the feet here while you're taking that extra breath, that extra beat. You just want to get into warming up, and you can keep going. Inhale high on the balls of the feet. This time, as we bend the knees, try to hop up towards the top of the mat. Breathe in, half lift. Breathe out, fold. Press down, rise up. Arms reach up overhead. Hands come into heart center. We're going to add a little variation on. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. And release all 10 fingers. Release the next finger across the thumbs. Again, exhale, hinge to the right. Breathe back in. Exhale, hinge to the left. So you get adding a little extra side stretch. Breathe back in. Breathe out, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back. See if you can step back with your other leg. I usually step back with my right. Now I'm going to step back with my left. It feels a little bit different, but it makes you stronger and balanced. Chaturanga. Upward facing. Downward facing. Breathe in. Come high on the toes. Bend the knees. You can walk, step, or float. Whatever works best for you. Breathe in, half lift. Breathe out, fold. Press down, rise up. Arms reach up overhead. Hands into heart center. Let's do that variation again. Release the hands, breathe in. And release the hands, release the next finger across the thumbs. This is called Arrow Mudra. Exhale, hinge to the right. Breathe back in. Exhale, hinge to the left. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, half lift. Breathe out, plant the hands. High plank to low. Maybe you went back with the opposite foot. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, 10 breaths, 10 movements. Inhale, high on the balls of the feet. As you exhale, bend the knees. Hop forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Press down through the feet to rise up. So your belly is up and in this whole time. Your breath is in and out through the nose. A different variation. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. As you exhale, left arm comes forward, right arm goes back, and we twist from the belly up. Hips stay square with the top of the mat. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, right arm forward, left arm back. Left hip presses forward. to stay square. So it's a nice side twist. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, half lift. Breathe out. This time plant the hands, and you can always have an option if you want to build more power to shoot back into chaturanga. So you jump back into chaturanga, already down. Never to high plank, just to chaturanga. Flip to the tops of the feet, chest lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take an extra breath here. If you want to add intensity to this, you can keep going. One breath, one movement. Bend the knees. Travel all the way back up to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Press down to rise up. Surya Namaskar, hands into heart center. Take a pause. Release the hands, breathe in. We'll do that. Twist again. Left arm forward, right arm back. Stay square. Inhale, hands overhead. Exhale, twist the other way. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, half lift. Breathe out, hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. So as you see, the body's beginning to warm up. The hamstrings are loosening. The back is loosening up. The heart rate is increasing. Inhale, high in the balls of the feet, bend the knees. Come all the way up to the top of the mat. Breathe in, half lift. Breathe out, fold. One more variation to add a little more strength and power to the sun salutation. Hands in the heart center. Release the hands. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, half lift. Plant the hands, shoot back into chaturanga. All the way down to that push-up position where biceps brush the ribs. Flip to the tops of the feet, chest lift, thighs energize. This time, we're gonna flip over the toes, come back to chaturanga. Now flip to the tops of the feet one more time. Lift the upward facing dog, then downward facing dog. So you can do the flip. If it's uncomfortable to flip to the tops of the feet, you can keep your toes tucked and just add a push-up. Chaturanga, then come back up to high plank. Come high on the balls of the feet. Travel up to the top of the mat. Breathe in, half lift. Breathe out, fold. Press down and rise up. Arms reach up overhead. Hands come to heart center. Pause here. We have about 5 more minutes left in the spin in 15. So we're going to pick up the pace. Just a basic sun salutation. We don't have to add. We're going to do high plank to low. Up dog to down dog. Release the hands. Breathe in, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Plant the hands, step back, high plank. Same exhale, we go down to low. Big breath in for upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. And breath here. Next inhale, high in the toes, bend the knees, travel to the top of the mat. Breathe in, half lift. Breathe out, fold. Press down to rise up. Arms reach up overhead. We're gonna bring the palms together and exhale all the way through. No pause. Breathe in, half lift. Plant the hands. High plank to low. Breathe in your upward facing or baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. One breath. High on the toes, bend the knees, travel forward. Breathe in, half lift. Breathe out, fold. Press down to rise up, arms reach up overhead. Palms press together, fold all the way through. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, walk, step or float. Back. Breathe into your upward facing. Downward facing dog. One extra breath here. Inhale, hug the balls of your feet, bend your knees, travel up quietly to the top of the mat. Breathe in, half lift. Breathe out, fold. Press down to rise up. Extend to Tadasana. Hands come through, heart center, fold forward. Almost there, good work. Breathe in, half lift, neutralize the spine. Make sure you're keeping your core engaged. High plank to low. Inhale, up dog. Press to the tops of the feet. Thighs lifted. Downward facing dog. Hips reach to the sky. Let the heart melt towards the feet. Breathe in high in the balls of the feet. Bend the knees. Come all the way up to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Press down and rise up. Palms press together, hands come through, heart center, fold forward, adding any variation you would like. Step back, high to low. I need to work on stepping back with my left foot. I'm always stepping back with my right. Extra breath here, breathe in. High in the toes, bend the knees, come all the way up. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Press down, rise up. Arms reach up overhead. Palms press together, fold forward, empty of air. Breathe in, half lift. Plant the hands, I'm gonna step back, left foot first. Adds a little bit. Chaturanga. Upward facing, downward facing dog. Great, yogis, keep going. Again, fitting in 15 minutes. Who says this is not a workout? Come forward. Breathe in, half lift. Breathe out, fold. Press down, rise up. Arms reach up overhead. Hands through heart center one more time. Forward fold. Breathe in. Breathe out, plant. Step back. High plank to low. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hang out here in downward facing dog, pressing into your palms. Pedal your heels, stretching the backs of the legs, the calves, the heel cords. Breath is still in and out through the nose. Feeling your heart rate. So again, this is a great warm-up to do before any of my other 15 workouts. Inhale high on the balls of the feet. As you exhale, bend the knees, gaze towards the top of the mat. Come all the way forward. So this forward fold is called Uttanasana. The forward fold, you bend your knees enough for your belly to rest on your thighs. Grab opposite elbows, hang here. This pose is called ragdoll. So think about a Raggedy Ann or Randy and how they just walk around as if they didn't have any spine, no bones. This is what you want to try to recreate in your body at this point, because your thighs are protecting, with your belly pressing on your thighs, you're protecting your lumbar spine, you're protecting your back. Let your head hang heavy, open your mouth, wiggle your jaw. Come back to your breath, in and out through your nose. Release your hands to the earth. Breathe in, half lift. Breathe out, fold. Press down to the feet. Slowly rise up, arms reach up overhead. Right here, let's interlace all 10 fingers. Release the index finger across the thumbs. Exhale, hinge to the right. Breathe back into center. Exhale, hinge to the left. And back into center. Exhale, left arm forward, right arm goes back. Let's do that twist. Breathe back into center and twist the other way. Great work today. Those are our chimes. We fit in 15. Hands coming to heart center. It's truly been an honor to guide you through your practice today. Hopefully you enjoyed your 15 minutes. Surya Namaskar. Remember, Surya means sun, Namaskar means bow. So we just saluted the sun. Perfect warm-up. I'm glad you joined today. As you go through your week, and until we meet again, it's my wish that you have peace in your thoughts, kindness in your words, love and compassion in your hearts. From my light to yours, namaste.